Hello everybody, Zach here. Today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions and a review of the RailDriver in addition to Train Simulator 2017. First off, I was given this bundle from PI Engineering to do an honest review and first look of the product. The RailDriver is a train cab controller which features realistic throttle, brake, reverser, and switch controls, plus 34 programmable buttons. First off, here's what you get. Inside the box is the RailDriver, of course. Here set up with the Legend for Train Simulator, so all of the buttons along the bottom match. The unit has a USB connection and requires a wall adapter, which is provided. Here on the back is a connection for the audio pass-through for the subwoofer, which I'll get to in a second. You get a Legend guide for easy setup, as well as the manual and a code for Train Simulator. They even include this awesome bumper sticker. So I've used the RailDriver for a little inside of Train Simulator 2017 already, and I must say that I am very impressed with the overall build quality. The feedback of switches and levers make you really feel like you are controlling a train. I also highly recommend, as the company does as well, to hook up the pass-through for the built-in subwoofer. Feeling the rumble or vibration through the controller really makes a difference. Alright, so on to gameplay. This is Train Simulator 2017 included with this bundle with the RailDriver. So I'm giving you a first look on this game, as well as covering use of it with the RailDriver. Also, too, hopefully this camera view of the RailDriver is good. It's as close as I could get to it being centered and all that, as well as, too, the camera's right in my line of vision. So hopefully I can work around that and still provide you with a good overlook of the controller, as well as the game, and see everything that this enables you to do with the game, and to make it, a much more immersive experience, almost like how flight sticks and steering wheels make other types of games in their lines immersive as well. So we're going to go to drive here, and we are probably going to take the first job in the career. I mean, we could just do a quick job, but let's go to career. We've got Donner Pass, CS, with an EMD GP9, DP Southern Pacific. And yeah, let's go ahead and start that. Alright, so operating out of Bowman, run the service up to nearby Colfax before heading on up and over the summit at Norden, and on to Truckee on the eastern slopes. So, the first things first with this controller that makes it better than, just using a mouse and keyboard is by far camera and HUD and everything control. I mean, don't get me wrong, this portion is very important too, but these quick buttons along the bottom row make operating in this game so much easier. It's not even funny. We can just literally do, we're already in free cam, but you can literally move the camera around with these buttons. Like that right there makes your life a lot easier, and you can zoom out or in. So that right there, camera control with this is 10 times better than the mouse and keyboard, which, you do have a lot of buttons on the keyboard. It's just they are not labeled, they're just buttons on a keyboard. So these are all labeled, and we can just do exterior view 1, exterior view 2, and we can go through head out view, which is literally your head out view outside of the cab. We got front cab view, which is our regular view by default with the game, and then you can change like the speed. You have a couple other different things that control game-wise. You can bring up the task log if we have it. You can also, too, one thing that's really useful is hiding the HUD completely if you want to. But then also, too, you have, where is it here? We can hide the driving interface. So since we have a full controller here, we can have the HUD up completely, and we can see everything. Like literally everything, or because we have most of the controls that are shown on there, including our speedometer up here, we can literally hide that away. So yeah, there's a lot of different use cases that this makes things 10 times easier for, no doubt, and like I said, makes it a lot more immersive for you. Alright, so let's get going, since we really should have probably already been going, and I'm just talking to you about all this stuff. So we're going to go ahead, put that into forward, and then we are going to completely release our brakes, and we are going to get going. Also, too, I'm not a in-depth train simulator. I'm not a train aficionado, if you will. So these are kind of, you know, my first experiences in these games. So you can see this kind of as a beginner's perspective, but this right here makes it, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I got the product and I'm reviewing it. It literally takes this... Oh, we can hide these... what is that? STA... Yeah, SID labels. So we got a speed limit up here of 50. We can get going a little bit more, can't we? Oh, hey, we got a train passing us on our right. What's going on, buddy? Let's get moving here. Put a little bit more power in there. Alright, so we're moving along here, and like I said, we can go into something like free cam, or actually it's probably smarter to do like exterior view 1, so we can pull out here as well as we can rotate the camera around and we can kind of see everything on the outside, which is awesome. We have buttons for a couple different things, and we have lights on here, which is awesome. We have dim lights. I just switched over to full, as well as we have wipers too. That's awesome. We have slow end and full wiper speeds there. And yeah, we can go back in easily. Like I said, we can go back into the front cab view. That's, I seriously, I know it sounds crazy to say that this lower portion it's equally as important as the upper portion on this, on the RailDriver. 100%. Like, it's a night and day difference playing the game and having all these buttons on your fingertips, at least in my opinion. But yeah, we're moving along with no problems here. I want to make sure that we do not... I mean, we are going up, but I want to make sure that we don't get caught up in ourselves and, you know, pass over the speed limit. Yeah, we're only... I guess I shouldn't be that concerned. We're only doing 30-something. 32. Yeah, like I said, I can hide that driving interface, and then we can literally just have our speed, the incline, where we're going, what our ETA is, and everything up. And that's what's useful, in my opinion, on the actual game's heads-up display. That's going to be the most useful thing. We are moving along here. Yeah, and then we can go to exterior view 2. That'll give us the rear, one of the, you know, the passenger cabs. I really should say too, I really like what they've done with Train Simulator. This, I feel, is what I felt like as a kid when I was interested in these kind of games. Obviously, though, I didn't have the knowledge that I do now, or a controller like this. That's no doubt what will get me into it, but also too, we should definitely go into front cab view because we're going to come up on a tunnel here. And we're going to go ahead and put our lights on dim so we can see inside this tunnel. Not that there should be anything blocking our way inside a tunnel, but you know, and it looks like a short tunnel too. Okay, we are coming up on 50 miles an hour though, so I am going to slow this down. Because you do get docked points for speeding, and you should not... It's all about speed control in a train. We want to make sure we're not speeding. We are going up a hill, though, so let's roll a little bit more power back in there. And it's all management, too, with these hills. That's what's really going to make it... Yeah, let's go. We want to continue to keep our attempt to keep our pace here. But this is going to level out and then going to incline again. Interesting track we've got going on here. And this too. This makes a huge difference. Definitely if you're looking down at the controls to do stuff, it's good to have a speedometer there as well for you. Now we can go ahead and go to exterior. I really like exterior too. Maybe that's because most of the games I play are third person. I know you wouldn't have this view, obviously, in real life. I like heads out too. Head out view is cool too, because, I mean, as a conductor, if you will, you would be able to actually do this. Are you allowed to do this? I don't know, but like, you know, I see definitely with like older trains and stuff. This is something that would be obviously common on steam locomotives and what have you. And I like this too. Got the bell in there. I just like the fact that you have so many things on your fingertips, or at your fingertips, and a lot of the stuff makes sense to have. Oh, we're going through another tunnel up here. Switch back into front cab view. Going along at 35, almost 36 miles an hour. I'm not going to push it though. We're kind of leveling out here a little bit. I'm just going to let us we're at 81% power. I'm just going to let us sit there kind of at that. We're fully forward. We're fully released here. And this is our other, that's the other thing too. I don't 100% necessarily understand, other than the fact that we've got auto brake, and then this is going to be like, if you need to do an emergency stop, you're going to use this emergency brake. You're also going to get docked points for using the emergency brake, because you're using the emergency brake essentially for a bad reason, if you will. Like, you're using the emergency brake because you obviously there's an emergency, but like, you're using it and you shouldn't be, essentially. Okay, we are coming up on 50 miles an hour here, but look at this incline. I'm just going to let us go through. Let us roll at 81% power, because I feel like this incline is going to really affect us. Yeah, I'm just going to keep us there, because I feel like it makes sense for what we're doing. But yes, you know, as I kind of play this and as I kind of talk about this and my impressions of the game and impressions of this, I really do, I want to say again, I recommend connecting up the subwoofer that's in this. I don't have it hooked up right now for the sake of recording. I didn't want to have it interfere with my microphone or anything. But it really does. You feel the locomotive. Essentially, you feel the rumble and you feel everything through the actual RailDriver, which is amazing. Like that right there, too. We would talk about things. We're coming up on another tunnel here. Still at that slight incline. But yeah, we talk about things making it realistic, if you will, and that really, in my opinion, makes it feel all the more real. All right, we're coming out here. We're at 38 miles an hour. I think too, we're gonna kind of taper off up here. I'm gonna turn my lights off. Don't need them on right now, or at least I don't feel like I do. Was it 2? Yes, that too. If you want, if there's a little kid inside me, it's this. And I love that it's just a toggle switch that actually gives you some, essentially, feedback. We are coming up here, and I think, like I said, oh man, actually, it doesn't look like it. It's kind of doing a little bit of, it's doing a little tapering off and all that stuff. But yeah, we can go ahead. We can do a track view. The track view, so that's of the train coming in. As well as there is a couple other different views here that are on here. So we can do carriage view. We've got a coupler view. You even have a yard view. Oh, that's cool. That's actually real cool. But like I said, I really love head out view. Oh, hello. We're gonna turn on our lights again. It's good to have lights on through the tunnel. I actually think you're supposed to. Really, you're really supposed to have lights on through the tunnel. It's just, again, I don't completely know all these things. I was about to say, is my head gonna go in? In real life, I probably want to bring that in. Going along with no problems here. And that's the other thing too, as a novice in Train Simulator, this really does help too, because you're able to actually have some feedback with the controls. I think too, this would appease anybody from the novice to somebody that is more into it completely, like more into the simulator aspect of it, no doubt, because it kind of gives you both. It gives you, as like I said, as a novice coming into it, it gives you the ability to get into the controls that much more easily, as well as like a lot of these controls on the bottom are very useful to be able to hop in between the things. In addition to the fact that the controls are like a real train, so you actually do feel like you're controlling a real locomotive. What's our ETA here? 10:22. This is like, oh god, there's some shakiness there. This is some real-time, you know, real-time train. What's it called? What would you call it when you're a conductor or you're conducting a train? What would you call it? It's always the worst. It's like the same with boats. You know, you see you're piloting or you're sailing a ship. I never know. I never know these things. I never know these things. Okay, we do look like, though, I'm just going to leave us on power-wise, we do look like we're leveling out here. So we may gain a little bit of speed here. I'm just going to keep this going along. I don't really want to push the limit, because this is the thing that I've done. When I've practiced or when I've done the academy bits of this, I've gone over the speed limit almost every time. Like, I've pushed myself every single time to, like, you know, doing 45, and then anytime there was a, you know, slight gradient down, essentially, I would screw myself. So I'm really gonna hold off on that. I like doing, you know, essentially under the speed limit, which I don't do in real life in a car. I don't go over the speed limit either, right? No, but I don't like, you know, I really don't want to go over the speed limit or even come close to it. Like right now, this is probably one of the closest moments I'm getting to that, and I really don't want to. Because we're probably going to pull back on the power a little bit. But then we have a slight... Oh, yeah. I'm just going to... Nope. I'm going to leave you go. Look at this. We are just cruising along. Oh, I probably should have had bells or whatever on there. My bad. A horn, too. You know, I should have been doing a bunch of stuff, but I definitely didn't. What are you going to do, though, you know? Roll into a little bit more power through here. Yeah, but seriously, I love it. I think that if this is something you've been considering, that you should definitely pick one up. It's also one of those things too, though, if you, like I said, if you're a novice and you want to get into trains and train simulator, this is something that I feel like will work for you as a novice, but also to people that are much more into it than even I am. And I'm a person that's into simulators, and that has interest in a lot of simulators. Am I an expert on them? In no way am I. Oh shoot, let's bell. Because we're coming up on a crossing, I'm just going to bell and... I think you would have to do this, right? Right? I mean, those lights are... and the posts are definitely down and the lights were on, but still. Oh, I'm flying. I'm doing almost 50 miles an hour. Oh, but we're coming up on a hill, too. That's the other thing. Oh, God. All right, let's make sure we're just going. We should be good. Let's just go. Because there's no way. I'm almost at 90% power. I don't like doing 100% either. But we're going to come up on this hill. Like, look, we're going to probably go over 50 here. But this hill we're coming up on, I don't care that we're doing 1 or 2 over going into it, essentially. Oh, there it is, speeding. Yeah, but watch the hill, though. Look at the hill we're on. My points are just going down for speeding. That's the thing, too. That's why I didn't want to be going over the speed, because look at how many points you get deducted just for doing 3 over. 3 over. I'm going to lose my train operator's license. Conductor's license, if you will. We're probably just going to get to this Colfax main track, too. Essentially, this is in 3 miles. And that'll kind of be my overlook / first look of Train Simulator and this. We are doing 48 miles an hour. I'm definitely going to want to pull back on the power once we get up here. right prior to it leveling off, essentially. And sorry, too, I usually do talk with my hands a lot, so you're seeing that even more as I'm, like, over the RailDriver, and I apologize for that. I'm covering this up, but other than when you really see me doing stuff with it, I'm not really blocking anything other than maybe this, which should be, you know, with the video synced properly, should be accurate as to what I think this rounds up. Yep. This does round up. Yeah. I also love the noises in this game, and that's why I say too, like with the subwoofer hooked up, you really do get that full experience of, and you feel it, which I think is really awesome. But yeah, let me just talk about my takeaways too as we're in this last portion of this. We should probably have bells and stuff going, right? Because there's a... but yeah, I really do... Or we're just coming up on... whatever. Oh yeah, there's a road. I really do think, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate here, that as a novice, this is really an awesome piece of hardware.
Southern Pacific Detector, track 2. No defects. Southern Pacific Detector, track 2.
I don't know.
No defects.
I don't know what any...
Out.
I don't know what any of that meant. I legitimately have no clue. I really just don't. I think we're staying on this track, right? I don't think we have to do any type of switch. Might be wrong. Anyways, I can probably turn off my bell too. But yeah, no, I think as for a novice, let's slow down our speed here. As a novice, we're going up on another hill. Okay, sorry. As a novice, I believe that this is something that would really help you get in more easily into this because controls are in front of you and everything. But I also feel too, like for, you know, the professionals, that this would be something, or for, you know, people that are really into the sim aspect, this would be a tool that you can't go without, essentially, definitely in a game like this. So yeah, if you want to, I'll have a link in the description for the RailDriver. I want to thank them again, also for being very patient. I'm recording this last outro bit much after the fact because I've had so many like hardware failures and what have you in the last bit. But I really do appreciate the guys at Pi Engineering for sending this over, as well as too, I want to thank you guys for coming along and checking out this video. If you enjoyed my first look at the RailDriver as well as Train Simulator, please go ahead and like in the comments and tell me if you want more. And yeah, we're definitely going to be slowing down here because I got a speed limit coming up. But like I said, if you want to see more, please let me know in the comments below and check out the RailDriver. Thanks, guys. Bye.